The shadow of innovation often casts long questions. For years, Elon Musk has faced considerable scrutiny, with many suggesting he has not adequately credited Nikola Tesla for the monumental success of the Tesla car company. Yet, one must wonder, in our modern, often myopic pursuit of immediate utility, if Nikola Tesla himself, the visionary electrical engineer who illuminated the world with his radical ideas, were to apply to a company bearing his name today, would he even be granted an interview? Nikola Tesla poured a significant portion of his life into unraveling the profound mysteries of wireless energy transmission. His dream? To weave an invisible web of energy that could span the entire globe, allowing electrical power to flow as freely and ubiquitously as the very air we breathe, entirely without the need for cumbersome wires. Among his most ambitious undertakings was the Wardenclyffe Tower project, conceived not merely as an ordinary broadcasting system, but as a colossal beacon of progress. Tesla envisioned it sending messages, telephone signals, and even intricate facsimile images straight across the vast Atlantic Ocean to England, and to ships lost in the boundless expanse of the sea, all without laying a single cable. But the ambition of that tower ran even deeper. It was designed to tap directly into the Earth's ionosphere itself, creating an ethereal pathway for the wireless transmission of electrical energy across truly immense distances. Meanwhile, thousands of years before Tesla's birth, the Great Pyramid of Giza stood tall and defiant against the desert sky, an enduring testament to the ancient world's unparalleled ingenuity. This monumental structure, originally reaching a staggering height of 481 feet, now stands at approximately 450 feet. While it is widely recognized as a monumental tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, some captivating theories suggest that this edifice was far more than a mere resting place for the deceased. Imagine, if you will, the pyramid, with its precise layers of limestone and granite interwoven with quartz crystals, humming with the Earth's vibrational energies, potentially converting this raw power into electricity, acting as a gargantuan ancient resonator. The parallel between Tesla's futuristic visions of free wireless energy and the supposed function of the Great Pyramid is nothing short of profoundly fascinating. Both stand as colossal milestones in humanity's relentless quest to harness and distribute energy in novel, transformative ways. Tesla's work represented a bold leap towards a technologically advanced future, while the pyramid, according to some theorists, whispers of an ancient wisdom, perhaps a forgotten science, lost to the relentless march of time. Tesla's own journey into the intricate world of resonant frequencies led him to invent the iconic Tesla coil, a device capable of generating high-voltage, low-current, high-frequency alternating current electricity. He firmly believed that the Earth itself could serve as a colossal conductor, resonating at a specific harmonic frequency. Perhaps then, the truest measure of genius lies not in immediate recognition, but in the enduring power of an idea to bridge millennia, challenging our perceptions of what is possible, and forcing us to reconsider the very nature of discovery itself. Imagine a world where energy flows freely, an invisible current binding every home, every industry, every vehicle, liberating humanity from the constraints of physical infrastructure. This was the audacious vision of Nikola Tesla, a dream of global wireless power transmission, a concept so revolutionary it remains a beacon of innovation even today. Yet, what if this radical future was, in some inexplicable way, echoing a profound understanding from a distant past? What if the very fabric of the Great Pyramid of Giza, a monument steeped in millennia of mystery, harbored secrets of energy? The Great Pyramid's design, its colossal dimensions, its uncanny orientation, and the very materials woven into its construction, blocks of limestone, granite, and mortar, suggest it was built not merely as a tomb, but to tap into the Earth's inherent resonant frequencies. This is a startling parallel to Tesla's own aims, who sought to harness the planet's natural electrical currents to broadcast power. This uncanny alignment of purpose, separated by thousands of years, hints at a profound understanding of natural energies that transcends the boundaries of time, connecting the ancient Egyptians' sophisticated knowledge with Tesla's groundbreaking scientific explorations. It forces us to ponder, how much did they truly know? Tesla, in his grandest imaginings, envisioned a planet interconnected by an invisible web of energies, a boundless network enabling the direct global transmission of power. He saw it flowing effortlessly into homes, powering burgeoning industries, and propelling vehicles forward, all without the need for cumbersome cables or physical connections. It was a future of true energy independence, a concept that continues to ignite the imaginations of engineers and scientists worldwide. Remarkably, the ancient Egyptians' mastery of geometry, their unparalleled understanding of astronomy, and, some theories bravely posit, their command of energy principles reflect a convergence of science, architecture, and nascent technology. This multidisciplinary approach mirrors precisely Tesla's own interdisciplinary quest to unravel the universe's secrets, bridging the chasm between pure science and practical application. One compelling theory posits that both Tesla's groundbreaking work and the architectural marvels of the pyramids are, in essence, manifestations of humanity's enduring, perhaps even innate, quest to master the unseen forces of nature, not for conquest, but for the profound betterment of civilization. The very idea that the Great Pyramid could have functioned as a colossal resonator, amplifying and transmitting energy in a manner strikingly akin to Tesla's envisioned global wireless system, is nothing short of breathtaking. It underscores a remarkable, almost unbelievable parallel between two vastly different eras, united by an identical, almost spiritual quest to harness the raw power of the natural world for the benefit of energy transmission. Nikola Tesla's captivation with the intricate geometry of both nature and human-made structures, particularly the enigmatic pyramids, was far from a fleeting academic interest. It was a profound, lifelong obsession. He genuinely believed he saw in these precise shapes the fundamental keys to unlocking the universe's boundless energies, convinced that they held profound, unspoken secrets about the very fabric of the world around us. His deep fascination is vividly evident in how geometric principles were meticulously woven into the very fabric of his most daring experiments and most revolutionary inventions, especially those focusing on electromagnetic fields and the elusive art of energy transmission. Tesla's relentless pursuit of geometric perfection wasn't merely for aesthetic pleasure. He was convinced, with every fiber of his being, that it was absolutely essential to enhancing the efficiency, the efficacy, and ultimately, the success of his magnificent creations. Meanwhile, the Great Pyramid of Giza, a timeless marvel of ancient engineering, stands as an irrefutable testament to a sophisticated understanding of geometry and astronomy that continues to baffle modern minds. Its precise alignment with the Earth's cardinal points, its slope echoing the mystical golden ratio, and its sheer, overwhelming scale, all suggest that its builders possessed a deep, intricate knowledge of the world that, in many ways, rivals and perhaps even surpasses much of our modern understanding. This pyramid, according to some of the most intriguing theories, might have been far more than just a grand, elaborate tomb. It might have been a monumental machine, a silent testament to a forgotten science, whispering across the ages of a profound connection between the ancient world and the audacious dreams of a future yet to be fully realized. And so, we are left to ponder the echoes across millennia. Did the ancients possess a wisdom we have forgotten? A mastery over natural forces that Tesla, with his genius, was merely rediscovering? Or are these parallels simply a testament to the enduring human spirit, forever striving to understand, to harness, and to transcend the perceived limitations of our world? The true answer remains elusive, shrouded in the sands of time and the mysteries of invention. Yet the quest continues, an eternal testament to humanity's insatiable curiosity. It could have been an advanced machine, a monumental construct designed not merely for burial, but to harness the very energies of the earth itself. Such a notion aligns seamlessly, almost poetically, with Nikola Tesla's lifelong mission: to tap into and ultimately utilize the planet's profound natural forces. Tesla, a visionary whose mind often seemed to operate on a different frequency, held a deep, almost mystical respect for the numbers 3, 6, and 9. He considered them profoundly significant, not just as mathematical entities, but as fundamental keys to the universe's inherent structure, a cosmic fingerprint embedded within reality. This reverence finds an intriguing, perhaps even startling parallel in the enigmatic dimensions and internal architecture of the Great Pyramid of Giza. These specific numbers, 3, 6, and 9, appear repeatedly within its design, not merely as arbitrary measurements, but woven into the intricate relationships and proportions that define the pyramid's very existence. It is as if both Tesla, the modern titan of electricity, and the ancient Egyptian builders, separated by millennia, were somehow tuned into a singular, universal harmony, a hidden language expressed through these sacred numerical sequences. The implications of such a shared understanding are profound. The comparison between Tesla's ambitious Wardenclyffe Tower, a towering structure on Long Island, and the ancient Great Pyramid is particularly striking, almost haunting in its resonance. Despite the vast chasm of time and the stark cultural differences that separate their creators, both colossal structures are now thought by some to have been conceived with an astonishingly similar, audacious purpose in mind: to harness and manipulate the Earth's natural energies, not for conquest or power, but for the betterment and advancement of humanity. Tesla's bold vision for the Wardenclyffe Tower, intended as a global system to distribute wireless energy across continents, mirrors, with uncanny precision, the speculated function of the Great Pyramid. Was it a giant resonator, a colossal capacitor, meticulously engineered to accumulate, amplify, and direct the Earth's potent electromagnetic forces? The thought alone sends shivers down the spine. Tesla's groundbreaking experiments and his revolutionary designs, particularly those centered around the transmission of wireless energy, can be seen as a modern, technologically advanced application of principles that might have been understood, albeit in a different form, by the ingenious builders of the Great Pyramid. The audacious idea that both Tesla and the ancient Egyptians aimed to design structures capable of interacting with natural forces on such a grand planetary scale suggests not merely coincidence, but a shared, fundamental understanding of the world's inherent, invisible energies. It speaks to a knowledge that transcends epochs, a wisdom passed down, or perhaps rediscovered through different means. Moreover, the breathtaking mathematical precision found embedded within the Great Pyramid, with its sophisticated use of the golden ratio, phi, and the incorporation of pi in its fundamental dimensions reflects what many consider to be a cosmological blueprint. This intricate design, a testament to advanced geometric understanding, seems to resonate deeply with Tesla's own meticulous work. Many of Tesla's surviving notes and his detailed experimental findings echo this very mathematical harmony, suggesting a profound belief in the intrinsic power of geometric ratios and precise alignments. He believed these were not mere abstract concepts, but tangible tools to access and manipulate the natural energies that permeate our reality. It's a testament to the idea that the universe speaks in numbers, a language both ancient and utterly modern. As we delve deeper into the intriguing, often speculative connections between Tesla's monumental work and the enduring mystery of the Great Pyramid, it becomes increasingly clear that both represent a profound, relentless quest. It is a quest to understand, to quantify, and ultimately to harness the raw, untamed energies of the natural world for human benefit. Through their enduring legacies, one etched in stone, the other in scientific papers and technological dreams, we are powerfully reminded of humanity's timeless pursuit of knowledge, a relentless drive to peel back the layers of the unknown. We are reminded, too, of the subtle yet immense power of geometric harmony in unlocking the deepest secrets of the universe, secrets that whisper across millennia, waiting for those with the wisdom to listen. The Great Pyramid of Giza, a silent sentinel, continues to challenge our perceptions, compelling researchers and awe. Visitors aid of Giza, not merely for their architectural grandeur, but for their truly remarkable acoustic properties. Within these ancient stone walls, sounds are not merely heard, they are felt, resonating deeply through the very bedrock, as if the pyramid itself is singing. It is an experience that transcends simple auditory perception, an almost visceral vibration that hints at something far more profound. This acoustic marvel, this symphony of stone, strongly suggests that the ancient Egyptians might have possessed an advanced understanding of acoustics, an insight that could rival even the most sophisticated principles employed by modern concert hall designers. The way human chant and intricate music come alive within these confined spaces, amplified, sustained, and seemingly altered, points not to a happy accident, but to a deliberate design for acoustical resonance, a feature that seems far too sophisticated to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Parallel to the acoustic wonders of the Great Pyramid, the towering genius of Nikola Tesla, a name synonymous with groundbreaking advancements in electricity and electromagnetism, also ventured into the less explored realm of acoustics. Tesla, ever the visionary, explored with meticulous curiosity how specific sound frequencies could affect physical objects, uncovering the profound truth that certain frequencies could induce powerful resonance within them. This was not just a minor scientific curiosity for Tesla. He saw immense practical applications, envisioning revolutionary ways to use resonance for the wireless transmission of energy and perhaps even to unlock the long-lost secrets of ancient technologies. His more speculative work on the so-called earthquake machine, a device purportedly capable of using carefully tuned resonance to produce small, localized tremors, vividly underscores his unwavering belief in the immense, untapped power of vibrational energy. He believed that everything vibrated, and by understanding and manipulating these vibrations, humanity could achieve extraordinary feats. The intriguing notion that the Great Pyramid could harness or manipulate sound for purposes far beyond simple communication, perhaps for healing, for altering states of consciousness, or even for generating energy, finds a compelling and almost uncanny counterpart in Tesla's audacious experiments. The persistent speculation that this ancient wonder served as more than a monumental tomb, possibly functioning as a colossal power plant harnessing natural telluric and cosmic forces, draws a striking parallel to Tesla's ambitious Wardenclyffe Tower project. Both the pyramid and Tesla's visionary tower are thought by many to have been conceived and designed with an exceptionally deep understanding of natural forces, including both electromagnetic and acoustic energies, all ostensibly aimed at benefiting humanity on a grand scale. There is even speculation, whispered among historians of science and esoteric researchers, that Tesla's designs, particularly the visionary Wardenclyffe Tower, might have been subtly inspired by etic and, crucially, acoustic energy lines. Resonates profoundly with Tesla's lifelong interest in using architecture and advanced technology to interact with and ultimately utilize natural energies. His profound appreciation for ancient knowledge, his belief in the potential to rediscover and apply this forgotten wisdom to modern science, suggests a deep, almost spiritual connection between Tesla's pioneering work and the monumental architectural and technological achievements of the ancient world. He often spoke of tapping into the ether of the past. It seems resonated not just in the stones of Giza, but in the very heart of a man who sought to illuminate the future. Along the sun-drenched ancient Egyptian coastline, where the Mediterranean whispers tales of forgotten empires, lies the venerable city of Taposiris Magna. This strategically vital port, once a bustling hub of commerce and culture, has long guarded its secrets beneath layers of sand and time. Here, amidst the monumental ruins of its central temple, a revelation of profound historical significance has been meticulously unearthed. It was a dedicated team, led by the indefatigable Kathleen Martinez from the University of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, that brought this extraordinary find to light. For years, Martinez, an attorney-turned-archaeologist, has pursued a singular, audacious quest to locate the lost tomb of Cleopatra VII, the enigmatic last queen of the Ptolemaic dynasty. Her unwavering conviction, often met with skepticism, has now been stunningly vindicated by tangible evidence. During their painstaking excavations, a colossal subterranean passage emerged from the earth. Plunging 13 meters beneath the surface, this extensive tunnel was expertly carved through an astonishing 1,105 meters of solid sandstone. A monumental feat of ancient engineering, it stands 2 meters tall, a testament to the unparalleled skill and ambition of its builders. The Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, recognizing its sheer complexity and scale, has lauded it as nothing short of a geometric miracle. The precision evident in its construction speaks volumes about the advanced knowledge possessed by these ancient artisans. The perfectly aligned patterns, the sheer volume of material removed, the structural integrity maintained over such a vast distance, these are not the work of chance. They demand a profound understanding of geology, mathematics, and architectural principles. Such an undertaking required immense, organized labor, a clear vision, and an unyielding will from the ruling powers to manifest such a monumental endeavor. It signifies an intent, a purpose so grand it compelled generations of workers to shape the very bedrock of the land. This newly discovered passage at Taposiris Magna invites immediate comparison with other legendary ancient engineering marvels, such as the Upalinos Tunnel on the Greek island of Samos. Though the Upalinos Tunnel, extending over 10 to 36 meters, served as a vital aqueduct, its ingenious design and the audacious spirit behind its creation resonate deeply with the complexity and sheer ambition witnessed here. Yet, the precise function of the Taposiris Magna tunnel remains shrouded in mystery. Was it a sacred processional route? A hidden conduit for water? Or perhaps a clandestine passage leading to a secret burial chamber? The questions linger. Despite sections of the tunnel being partially submerged in groundwater, a challenge that complicates exploration and preservation efforts, the team presses on. Every inch of its damp, ancient walls is scrutinized, every displaced stone considered, as they strive to decipher its original intent. The very presence of water, a persistent enemy of archaeological preservation, also hints at the site's dynamic history, its interaction with the elements over millennia. Martinez's unwavering dedication to Taposiris Magna, a commitment spanning 2 decades since 2004, has been fueled by her profound belief that Cleopatra VII, after her tragic end, chose this sacred ground for her final repose. Is it possible, after 2 millennia, that we are finally closing in on one of history's most sought-after secrets? The very thought sends shivers down the spine. Indeed, the excavations at Taposiris Magna have been far from fruitless. They have yielded a treasure trove of artifacts and subtle signs, each whispering hints of Cleopatra and her illustrious ancestors. The city itself, founded around 280 BCE by Ptolemy II, a direct descendant of one of Alexander the Great's most trusted generals, is intrinsically linked to the legacy of this powerful dynasty. It was a city conceived in the Hellenistic tradition, yet deeply interwoven with Egyptian religious practices. The temple complex at Taposiris Magna is widely believed to have been consecrated to Osiris, the god of the afterlife, and his divine consort, Isis. This dedication holds immense significance for Cleopatra, who strategically cultivated her image as the living embodiment of Isis. By aligning herself with the goddess, she sought to bolster her divine legitimacy and solidify her rule over an ancient land deeply rooted in religious tradition. This strategic spiritual connection would have made Taposiris Magna an ideal, indeed, a potent, site for her eternal rest. For too long, this particular stretch of the Egyptian coastline has remained a relatively neglected area for deep and ancient archaeology, overshadowed by the more famous sites of Luxor and Giza. But the discoveries here are rapidly changing that perception. Within the temple complex, archaeologists have unearthed a wealth of evidence, including coins intricately adoring side exquisite figurines of Isis, speak to a vibrant cultic activity, a profound devotion centered around these powerful, almost mythical figures. Further adding to the site's narrative are the numerous Greco-Roman burial shafts discovered throughout the area. These shafts, containing mummies with golden tongues, a ritualistic practice meant to enable the deceased to speak in the afterlife, underscore the multicultural tapestry of Ptolemaic Egypt. They reveal a society where Greek and Roman influences intertwined with ancient Egyptian beliefs, creating a unique cultural synthesis. Such findings paint a vivid picture of a thriving, diverse community, deeply connected to its spiritual landscape. The Grand Tunnel, therefore, is not merely an architectural marvel. It is a potential gateway, a passage not just through sandstone, but through time itself, promising to unlock secrets that could redefine our understanding of one of history's most captivating figures. The quest continues, driven by the hope that beneath this ancient earth, the final chapter of Cleopatra's story awaits its telling. For in the silent depths of the earth, history does not merely sleep, it waits to be reawakened, sometimes in the most unexpected and breathtaking ways. The whispers of history often lead to the most profound discoveries, and in the sun-baked earth of Egypt, the potential for uncovering the final resting places of figures as monumental as Cleopatra and her consort, Mark Antony, remains a tantalizing prospect. Imagine for a moment the sheer weight of such a find. A tomb that could mirror the grandeur, the tragedy, and the enduring mystique of the ancient world's most famous lovers. The very thought sends a shiver down the spine, a testament to their indelible mark on the annals of time. Looking forward, the relentless pursuit of these secrets is set to extend beyond the desert's edge, venturing into the enigmatic depths of the Mediterranean Sea. Here, the trail leads us to the submerged remnants of a once proud temple complex, a casualty of a series of devastating earthquakes that rocked the region between 320 CE and 1303 CE. These cataclysmic events led to the partial submersion of Taposiris Magna, an ancient city now yielding its secrets to the patient hand of archaeology. Prior excavations have already unveiled a complex network of tunnels, a subterranean labyrinth connecting the freshwater expanse of Lake Mariut to the vast saline embrace of the Mediterranean. This discovery alone suggests a broader, more intricate scope of investigation, hinting at a hidden world beneath the waves and sands, all in the quest to unravel the profound mysteries of Taposiris Magna. The recent unearthing of artifacts within these tunnels, fragments of pottery, a precisely carved limestone block, only amplifies the anticipation of what more might lie ahead, waiting patiently to be brought back into the light. As articulated by the eminent Zahi Hawass, the former Minister for Antiquities, the discovery of Cleopatra and Mark Antony's tomb would not merely be an archaeological triumph. It would be a landmark event of the 21st century, a moment that would redefine our understanding of a pivotal era. Nonetheless, the profound significance of the findings at Taposiris Magna transcends the singular search for royal tombs. It is a journey that promises to shed an illuminating light on the rich and complex tapestry of this ancient city's history, revealing layers of culture, power, and daily life that have long been obscured. The ongoing excavations hold the promise not only of potentially revealing royal burial sites, but also of fostering a far deeper, more nuanced understanding of the cultural and historical landscape of ancient Egypt itself. This quest for understanding also moves us towards another profound enigma: the mystery of the Osiris Shaft, a hidden gem lying beneath the colossal sands of the Giza Plateau. Here, in a place synonymous with monumental architecture and the eternal sleep of pharaohs, evidence of deliberate burial has been unearthed within a complicated, incredibly difficult cave system, one that is almost inaccessible to the modern explorer. The question hangs in the air, a whisper carried on the desert wind. Is this shaft, this intricate subterranean world, somehow connected with the ancient Queen Cleopatra? Or perhaps another figure of equally immense historical stature? This ancient marvel stands as a deep dive into the unparalleled brilliance of Egyptian engineering and a profound, enduring testament to their complex religious beliefs. Carved straight into the unforgiving bedrock, plunging approximately 30 meters, nearly 100 feet underground, it represents a 3-level journey into the very heart of the past, a place where the pinnacle of ancient architecture seamlessly merges with the profound concept of the afterlife. Right at the doorstep of the majestic Pyramid of Khafre, the entrance to this subterranean complex is anything but ordinary. It is akin to stepping through a veil into a different realm, beginning with a modest antechamber that serves as both a welcome and perhaps a subtle warning of the profound mysteries that lie ahead. This initial stop, deceptively simple yet executed with breathtaking precision, is a silent showcase of the ancient Egyptians' masterful control over stone, their ability to transform raw earth into an enduring monument. But the adventure, the true revelation, only deepens from there. A narrow, almost claustrophobic passage beckons, leading the intrepid explorer to the second level. This is a larger, more expansive space, meticulously carved with numerous burial niches. One can almost imagine this as a VIP section cants, those with a direct, unquestioned line to the gods, or of the highest standing in society. It is a clear, unmistakable sign that one is moving ever closer to something truly sacred, to a place imbued with spiritual potency. Then comes the final, most profound plunge to the deepest level, where the very air seems to thicken with the weight of millennia. The search for these lost narratives, for the tangible echoes of lives lived and empires forged, is not merely an academic exercise. It is a fundamental human drive to connect with our past, to understand the foundations upon which our present stands, and to perhaps glimpse the enduring legacy of those who walked this earth long before us. Deep within the earth, at the very heart of the Osiris shaft, the air thickens, heavy with the weight of millennia. Here, in the deepest chamber, a scene unfolds, straight out of the most ancient myths. At its core, a colossal granite sarcophagus rests, partially submerged in a pool of water that has seeped naturally from the surrounding limestone bedrock. This is no mere architectural marvel. It is a profound declaration, a direct homage to Osiris, the revered god of the afterlife, whose epic tale of death, dismemberment, and miraculous resurrection is inextricably intertwined with the life-giving ebb and flow of the Nile itself. The water here is far more than a simple geological phenomenon. It is a potent symbol. It speaks of life's genesis, the inevitability of death, and the eternal promise of rebirth, mirroring with uncanny precision the Nile's annual life-sustaining floods and Osiris's own triumphant return from the abyss. The true genius of the Osiris shaft extends far beyond its sheer construction. While carving such an intricate and multi-layered complex directly into the unyielding bedrock, while meticulously managing the relentless encroachment of groundwater, and while ensuring its structural integrity over thousands of years, is, without question, nothing short of astounding. Its brilliance lies equally in its seamless fusion of practical function and profound religious symbolism. This subterranean sanctuary was never intended solely as a repository for the deceased. It was rather a vast, three-dimensional canvas upon which the ancient Egyptians meticulously painted their most cherished beliefs concerning the afterlife. It represented a tangible, physical journey through the perilous underworld, a meticulously mapped passage designed to mirror the soul's arduous voyage to eternity. Ultimately, the Osiris shaft stands as an unparalleled expression of ancient Egyptian architectural prowess and the depth of their religious thought. A sacred nexus where the physical realm and the spiritual dimension converge, eternally carved deep into the very fabric of the earth. This enigmatic complex, stretching many meters beneath the shifting desert sands, presents a truly fascinating narrative of ancient Egyptian beliefs, ingeniously encapsulated within its subterranean architecture. It offers a rare, unfiltered window into the Egyptians' remarkably sophisticated burial practices and their profound reverence for Osiris, the benevolent deity of the afterlife and eternal rebirth. The very discovery of a diverse array of sarcophagi within its shadowy depths speaks volumes about the intricate social tapestry of ancient Egypt and the evolving customs that spanned millennia, from the dawn of the Old Kingdom through to the much later Ptolemaic period. It is particularly intriguing to observe how the magnificent granite and basalt sarcophagi, clearly earmarked for the highest echelons of society, for pharaohs, nobles, and powerful priests, coexist within the same sacred space with simpler yet equally significant wooden ones. This arrangement strongly suggests that the Osiris shaft served as a resting place for a remarkably wide spectrum of society, a testament to the universal appeal of Osiris's promise of eternal life, regardless of one's earthly station. The rich assortment of burial goods unearthed here further illuminates this belief system. From meticulously crafted pottery, intended to hold sustenance for the deceased's journey and existence in the afterlife, to the countless Ushabti figures, small, mummy-formed statuettes meticulously inscribed with magical spells. Each was meant to spring to life and serve the deceased beyond the veil of death, performing any arduous tasks required in the field of reeds. These artifacts were not merely symbolic representations. They were envisioned as active participants in the deceased's eternal existence. The pervasive presence of intricate jewelry, powerful protective amulets, and various ritual objects further accentuates the shaft's immense spiritual significance, painting a vivid and deeply personal picture of the individual beliefs and the societal stature of those entombed within its many chambers. Each object, each inscription, whispers tales of hope, fear, and the unwavering human desire for continuity beyond the final breath. It is a testament to a civilization that dared to confront the ultimate mystery, not with dread, but with an elaborate, enduring vision of eternal return. Less common than in grandiose tombs, yet equally profound in their revelations, are the intricate inscriptions found within the very heart of the Osiris shaft. These hieroglyphic texts, meticulously drawn from the ancient collection known as the Book of the Dead, were not mere decorations. They offered a sacred compendium of prayers, protective spells, and intricate guides designed to aid the deceased's perilous passage through the treacherous realms of the underworld. They lay bare the very fabric of religious literature that so deeply permeated the burial rites and spiritual worldview of that epoch. The shaft's ingenious design and its fundamental function serve as a profound, undeniable testament to the enduring myth of Osiris himself. It is, in essence, a physical manifestation of the underworld, painstakingly crafted to mirror the god's mythical entombment within the life-giving waters of the Nile. This architectural homage to Osiris transcended the simple designation of a burial ground. It consecrated the site as a sacred space for pilgrimage and fervent worship. Deliberate use of water within the deepest chamber, a liquid mirror reflecting the heavens above and the earth below, symbolized not only purification, but also the eternal promise of rebirth. It directly invoked the Nile's annual life-giving floods, forces believed to be under Osiris's divine control, thereby reinforcing the deity's inextricable association with agriculture, fertility, and the ultimate resurrection of life from death. Some theories, born from meticulous astronomical observation and archaeological insight, even suggest that the Osiris shaft's precise alignment might have been intended to connect the deceased with specific celestial bodies. This cosmic tethering would embed them within the eternal, cyclical rhythm of life, death, and rebirth, a concept that strikingly highlights the ancient Egyptians' remarkably advanced understanding of cosmology and their place within a vast, ordered universe. Exploring the Osiris shaft, therefore, unfolds not just a series of stone chambers, but a rich, complex tapestry of ancient Egyptian life, their deeply held beliefs, and their astonishing architectural prowess. It is a narrative that transcends the mere act of burial, revealing a culture profoundly immersed in the enduring mysteries of the afterlife, the divine forces that shaped their world, and the boundless cosmos above. The Osiris shaft stands not merely as a monument, but as a tangible bridge between the earthly realm and the divine, offering invaluable insights into the spiritual and even the everyday lives of the ancient Egyptians. Yet the echoes of such monumental ambition resonate far beyond the banks of the Nile. Consider the sheer, breathtaking effort required to transport and erect Massation. The scale of this achievement, accomplished without the benefit of modern technology, is nothing short of astonishing. Using only rudimentary levers, robust ropes woven from natural fibers, and simple wooden sledges, the people of Göbekli Tepe managed to move these enormous, multi-ton stones over considerable distances. It stands as an enduring testament to their extraordinary ingenuity, their collective strength, and their unparalleled capacity for teamwork. This was no small feat, no spontaneous gathering. It demanded an exceptionally high level of social organization, meticulous planning, and sustained cooperation, suggesting that this community was far from the simple, nomadic bands of hunter-gatherers we have so long imagined. For decades, archaeologists told us that such monumental construction, such complex societal structures, were simply beyond the capabilities of hunter-gatherer populations. They argued that only agricultural societies, with their surplus food and settled populations, could generate the resources, the laborers, the specialists, the sustained effort to undertake such projects. Yeah, that was the prevailing theory, one might hear in hushed tones. Instead, these early communities were demonstrably capable of intricate planning and immense goals that transcended mere subsistence. The technological innovation and sophisticated architectural planning evident in these ancient structures compel us to reconsider the very origins of complex human society. It challenges us to imagine a world where spiritual imperatives, rather than agricultural surpluses, might have been the primary catalyst for monumental construction and the birth of organized communities. Perhaps, in the grand sweep of human history, the pursuit of the divine, the yearning for connection to the cosmos, was the engine that first propelled humanity towards its greatest collective achievements. And in that pursuit, we glimpse the enduring human spirit, forever reaching for something beyond the immediate, something eternal. The very construction of Göbekli Tepe stands as an audacious challenge to our conventional understanding of prehistoric capabilities. The exquisite precision evident in the carving and deliberate orientation of its colossal pillars, coupled with the intricate, thoughtful layout of the entire site, reveals an advanced comprehension of stone masonry and fundamental engineering principles that defies its perceived era. This profound sophistication irrevocably dismantles the simplistic narratives we often impose upon early human societies, instead unveiling a people capable of complex, abstract thought, profound collective organization, and truly remarkable feats of ancient engineering. When one dares to delve into the compelling narrative of Göbekli Tepe, one is not merely sifting through ancient ruins. One is, in fact, stepping into a world where prehistoric communities, living 10 millennia before the Common Era, orchestrated engineering marvels that would undoubtedly prove daunting even by the rigorous standards of today's technological age. Imagine this extraordinary scenario: a nascent society living in an epoch utterly devoid of metal tools, unfamiliar with the revolutionary concept of the wheel, and possessing no domesticated animals for labor, collectively decides to embark upon a project of unparalleled ambition. Their sights were set upon massive limestone pillars, each individual monolith towering majestically over 5 meters high, and weighing an astonishing 10 tons. Their audacious plan was to quarry these immense stones from bedrock, meticulously shape them into their iconic T-shaped forms, transport them across challenging terrain, and then erect these giants, all accomplished with nothing more than rudimentary stone hammers, simple wooden tools, and an almost inconceivable reservoir of sheer human will and communal determination. It is a scenario that might well cause a modern engineer to pause and perhaps even blink twice in disbelief. These ancient builders, far from being primitive, leveraged ingenious and highly effective methods. It is widely theorized that they painstakingly rolled these colossal stones over carefully prepared log rollers, or dragged them on sturdy sleds crafted from robust tree trunks, navigating the rugged landscape with a precision that speaks volumes of their planning. This monumental undertaking would have demanded an extraordinary degree of coordinated communal effort. Just try to envision the breathtaking sight: hundreds, perhaps even thousands of individuals converging, each person playing a critical, synchronized role in this colossal, epic-defining task. It was not merely a test of brute physical strength. It required an exceptionally high degree of meticulous planning, intricate coordination, and sophisticated social organization. Such an endeavor strongly suggests that these early communities were far more structurally complex, hierarchically organized, and intellectually advanced than we have historically given them credit for. And then, we turn our attention to the intricate layout of Göbekli Tepe itself. This was not, by any stretch of the imagination, a haphazard scattering of stones. The architectural arrangement of Göbekli Tepe is, in fact, profoundly nuanced and deeply symbolic. We observe multiple concentric stone circles, each meticulously designed. And within these circles, we find compelling evidence of intriguing astronomical alignments. Indeed, the site boasts what appears to be the world's very first perfectly north-south aligned building, a testament to an astonishing early grasp of celestial mechanics and cardinal directions. These distinctive T-shaped pillars, often adorned with intricate carvings of animals and enigmatic symbols, were not merely placed. They were carefully positioned to form these circular enclosures, a powerful testament to the builders' advanced spatial planning and their profound knowledge of both geology and stone masonry. They possessed an intimate understanding of the inherent properties of limestone, knew precisely how to quarry immense blocks from the earth, and how to shape them with an almost unbelievable precision using only primitive tools. The exact placement of each and every pillar was unequivocally intentional, reflecting a deep intuitive understanding of geometry, load-bearing principles, and nascent structural engineering. Göbekli Tepe, therefore, emerges not just as an archaeological site, but as a profound time capsule, slowly, tantalizing, revealing its secrets to us. Among its most captivating and enduring mysteries are the potential astronomical alignments, whispers of a cosmic awareness that transcended mere survival, pointing instead to a profound connection between humanity and the heavens, a search for meaning etched in stone that continues to resonate across the millennia. Hidden within its ancient stone circles, a profound mystery unfolds. Imagine, if you will, standing amongst these massive T-shaped pillars, each weighing many tons, over 10,000 years ago, gazing up at a pristine, star-dusted night sky. Some researchers believe that the people who painstakingly erected Göbekli Tepe did far more than simply admire the celestial ballet above them. They meticulously aligned their monumental structures with its eternal dance. The very notion that these ancient builders possessed the knowledge and skill to orient their colossal creations with specific constellations such as the brilliant Sirius or the majestic hunter Orion, or to precisely mark the solstices and equinoxes is, quite frankly, mind-blowing. It suggests a sophistication that defies our conventional understanding of prehistoric societies. This wasn't merely the work of master builders. It points to a cadre of early astronomers tracking the heavens with an accuracy that fundamentally challenges our long-held assumptions about the capabilities of our distant ancestors. This tantalizing possibility opens up a cascade of fascinating questions. How did they achieve such precision? And, perhaps more importantly, why did they dedicate such immense effort to this cosmic communion? If the intricate alignments at Göbekli Tepe were indeed intentional, it would signify that these ancient architects developed their own sophisticated form of astronomical observation, perhaps even a nascent calendar system. Such a system, predating written language and advanced mathematics as we know them, would have been invaluable. It could have guided their seasonal movements, informed their hunting and gathering connection between the terrestrial and the celestial, where the movements of the stars were not just observed, but actively integrated into the fabric of their spiritual and practical lives. Göbekli Tepe itself, with its striking lack of evidence for permanent settlement, offers a truly unique glimpse into the spiritual life of people living over 11,000 years ago. This monumental site, rather than serving as a home or a village, appears to have functioned as a significant ceremonial or pilgrimage destination. The conspicuous absence of typical domestic remains, no extensive cooking hearths, no vast refuse pits that would indicate long-term habitation, strongly suggests that Göbekli Tepe was not a place where people lived year-round. Profound purposes, almost certainly related to complex religious or spiritual practices. This startling realization points to a level of social complexity and spiritual or religious depth that dramatically predates the advent of agriculture and settled life. It fundamentally challenges the conventional sequence of societal development, which typically posits that agriculture led to sedentism, which then led to social stratification and complex ritual. Göbekli Tepe flips this narrative, suggesting that shared spiritual beliefs and the communal effort required to express them may have been the very catalysts for early forms of social organization, long before the first seeds were sown for cultivation. It forces us to reconsider the driving forces behind human civilization. The towering stone pillars of Göbekli Tepe, each one a testament to immense human endeavor, are not merely structural elements, they are canvases, carved with an impressive array of intricate reliefs and potent symbols, standing among the earliest known examples of narrative art. These carvings offer profound, silent insights into the prehistoric mind, echoing across millennia. They feature a diverse menagerie of animals: cunning foxes, powerful predatory lions, formidable bulls, coiling snakes, formidable wild boars, and soaring birds. Each creature is meticulously rendered, often with a dynamic energy that belies its ancient origin, suggesting a deep reverence or a profound symbolic significance attached to these creatures. The very presence of such sophisticated carvings indicates not only advanced artistic skills and aesthetic sensibilities among these early artisans, but also suggests that these animals held particular, perhaps sacred, meanings for the people who created them. They could represent powerful clan totems, potent spiritual guides, or perhaps even characters from complex mythological stories central to the community's beliefs and rituals. These animalistic narratives, etched into stone, were not merely decorative. They were the very threads of their worldview, their understanding of the natural and supernatural realms. Moreover, among these zoomorphic figures, we find enigmatic humanoid forms, some of which are strikingly abstract. others depicted with a compelling, almost unsettling lack of facial features. These figures, often integrated into the larger compositions, may represent deities, ancestors, or perhaps even shamanic figures, mediators between the human and spirit worlds. Their presence adds another layer of profound complexity to Göbekli Tepe's enigmatic narrative, hinting at a cosmology rich with unseen forces and spiritual journeys. The deliberate artistry, the astronomical precision, the sheer scale of the construction without the aid of metal tools or domesticated animals, all of it speaks to a collective vision, a shared purpose that transcended mere survival. Göbekli Tepe stands as an enduring monument to the human spirit's innate drive to connect with something larger than itself, to interpret the cosmos, and to weave meaning into the fabric of existence. It reminds us that long before written history, our ancestors were grappling with the same fundamental questions about life, death, and our place in the universe, leaving us silent, stone-etched answers to ponder. The figures carved into the ancient stones of Göbekli Tepe appear to be depicted wearing animal skins, hinting at early forms of shamanistic practices, or perhaps the veneration of deities or priests donned in elaborate ceremonial garb. These enigmatic beings, with their potent symbolism, could represent crucial intermediaries between the physical world and the spiritual realm, playing pivotal roles in the profound rituals and ceremonies conducted at this sacred site. Imagine the scene, a gathering under the vast, ancient sky, where these figures, perhaps tribal shamans or revered elders, guided their communities through rites of passage, healing ceremonies, or invocations to unseen forces. Their attire, crafted from the hides of powerful animals, would have imbued them with the perceived strength and spirit of those creatures, allowing them to traverse the veil between worlds. The abstract symbols found alongside the more representational carvings add yet another layer of profound complexity to our understanding of Göbekli Tepe's spiritual significance. These are not simple doodles. They could be early attempts at encoding sacred knowledge, perhaps secrets passed down through generations, or even marking significant celestial events, solstices, equinoxes, or the appearance of a comet. They might also convey intricate concepts related to cosmology, the very structure of the universe as understood by these ancient minds, or theology, their beliefs concerning the divine and the forces that governed their existence. Furthermore, these symbols could have served to articulate a nascent social order, delineating roles, responsibilities, and the very fabric of their communal life. The carvings on Göbekli Tepe's massive pillars, therefore, are not merely decorative embellishments. They are deeply imbued with layers of meaning, serving as a tangible, enduring connection to the beliefs, the rituals, and the intricate cosmologies of these prehistoric peoples. They offer us a rare, tantalizing window into a world where spirituality was not confined to abstract thought, but was expressed through the monumental medium of stone, where the natural and the supernatural realms were not seen as separate entities, but were inextricably intertwined, flowing one into the other. The story of Göbekli Science Site, conceived and constructed with unimaginable effort, then deliberately buried under tons of soil and debris around 8,000 BCE, a staggering 11 millennia ago. It lay hidden, forgotten beneath the earth, only to be rediscovered by chance, shaking up everything we thought we knew about the very dawn of human civilization. This was not merely a case of a lost city gradually getting swallowed up by the relentless sands of time, a slow erosion into oblivion. No, this was an intentional act, a massive, meticulously present decumen, as the initial construction of the site itself. Why would an entire society go through such extraordinary lengths to inter this monumental, sacred place? The theories are as fascinating as they are varied, each offering a glimpse into the minds of those who lived so long ago. Some scholars suggest it was a ritualistic closure, perhaps marking the end of an era, a shift in belief systems, or the completion of a grand cycle. Others propose a strategic move for preservation, an act of foresight to protect the site against the ravages of natural disasters, or even to safeguard its sacred knowledge from potential invaders or rival groups. The sheer scale of the burial operation underscores its immense importance, whatever the underlying motivation. But here perhaps is the true kicker, the profound revelation that Göbekli Tepe delivers with such force. It fundamentally turns the long-held narrative of the Neolithic Revolution on its head. The common, established story has always been that the advent of agriculture, the ability to cultivate crops and domesticate animals, was the primary catalyst that kick-started the rise of complex societies, leading inevitably to settled life and, eventually, monumental architecture. It's the idea that with every turn of the archaeologist's spade, we might uncover information that causes us to reconsider not just the simple dichotomy of hunter-gatherers versus agriculturalists, but to acknowledge that perhaps something far bigger, something more elemental, was involved in our journey towards civilization. Yet here at Göbekli Tepe, we stand before an elaborate, architecturally sophisticated complex, built not by settled farmers, but by groups of hunter-gatherers, long before the widespread adoption of farming took hold across the region. This monumental achievement predates the agricultural revolution by thousands of years, a fact that forces us to reevaluate the very sequence of human development. It profoundly suggests that the impulse to gather for profound religious or ceremonial reasons, the deep-seated human need for shared belief and collective ritual, might have been a fundamental driving force behind the initial settling down and the eventual formation of complex communities. It posits that the sacred, rather than the practical, might have been the true genesis of civilization. This extraordinary discovery compels us to rethink not just the precise timeline of human history, but the very fundamental factors that shaped our journey from nomadic bands to the builders of cities and empires. It challenges us to consider that perhaps the human quest for meaning, for connection to something larger than ourselves, was not a byproduct of civilization, but its very foundation. And as we continue to unearth the secrets of our distant past, we are reminded that history is not a static text, but a living, breathing narrative, constantly being rewritten by the whispers of ancient stone. The drive behind societal development, a force often misunderstood, reveals itself in ancient echoes. Göbekli Tepe, a site of profound mystery, fundamentally reshapes our understanding of early human capabilities. It demonstrates unequivocally that hunter-gatherer societies, long before the advent of settled agriculture, were capable of a staggering level of organization, intricate cooperation, and sophisticated spiritual expression, qualities we typically attribute exclusively to complex, sedentary farming communities. This monumental discovery, unearthed in southeastern Turkey, forces us to reconsider the very foundations of civilization. Here, colossal, intricately carved T-shaped pillars, some weighing up to 60 tons, were erected by people who, according to previous archaeological models, should have been too preoccupied with daily survival to undertake such an ambitious, long-term project. Göbekli Tepe hints at a world where shared beliefs and elaborate rituals were the very glue that held these disparate groups together, forging a collective identity and purpose. It suggests that the desire for spiritual communion, the need to gather and worship, might have predated and even driven the transition to a sedentary lifestyle, rather than being a consequence of it. Imagine the immense coordination required, the shared vision that compelled diverse bands of people to converge, quarry stone, transport it, and meticulously carve these magnificent structures, all bound by a common cosmological understanding. This spiritual imperative, this deep-seated human need for meaning, potentially paved the way for the agricultural revolution itself, transforming our nomadic ancestors into settled communities. But let us journey forward in time, from the dawn of monumental architecture to its zenith. Ever wondered what secrets lay hidden within the colossal stone heart of those magnificent pyramids of ancient Egypt? Well, prepare to delve into a world of profound spiritual ambition, for we are about to explore the fascinating realm of the ancient pyramid texts. These unique inscriptions, meticulously carved onto the inner walls of royal tombs, primarily within pyramids of the late 5th and 6th dynasties, around 2400 to 2300 BCE, are far more than mere decoration. They serve as an unparalleled window into the hearts and minds of the people who conceived, built, and revered these incredible structures. These texts, a collection of spells, hymns, and utterances, were not random scribbles. They were the product of a highly sophisticated theological and scribal tradition, meticulously crafted during a pivotal period in Egyptian history, the twilight of the Old Kingdom. This era is, of course, synonymous with the iconic pyramids themselves, those towering, geometrically perfect tombs for pharaohs, monuments that still command awe millennia later. The pyramids are, in their very essence, a testament to the ancient Egyptians' unparalleled architectural genius, their profound understanding of mathematics, and their astonishing engineering prowess. From the precision of their construction to their astronomical alignments, they speak of a civilization operating at the peak of its capabilities. Yet, the pyramid texts are more than just historical footnotes or architectural blueprints. They represent the earliest known comprehensive body of religious writings from Egypt, offering an invaluable, intimate glimpse into the complex beliefs, practices, and cosmological worldview of this ancient civilisation. Conviction were inextricably woven together into the very fabric of Egyptian society. The pyramids themselves were not merely burial places. They were perceived as the ultimate physical expressions of both intense religious devotion and the pharaoh's supreme, divinely ordained power. They were cosmic engines, designed to facilitate the king's eternal journey. Speaking of power, the pharaohs of the Old Kingdom were not merely seen as temporal leaders or military commanders. They were considered living gods, the earthly embodiment of divine order. This concept of divine kingship was the foundational glue that held Egyptian society together for centuries, providing the ultimate justification for the pharaoh's absolute authority and his central role in maintaining Ma'at, the cosmic balance. The pyramid texts are fundamentally about this sacred connection. They are a profound collection of magical spells, prayers, and specific instructions, intricately designed to guide the deceased pharaoh through the perilous journey of the afterlife, to overcome its myriad dangers, and ultimately, to achieve apotheosis, to join the gods in the eternal celestial realm. This spiritual transformation, meticulously documented on the tomb walls, further solidified and perpetuated. Imagine, if you will, a society where the pharaoh stands at the absolute apex of a vast, meticulously structured pyramid, both metaphorically and literally, wielding immense, unquestionable power. That, precisely, was the reality of the Old Kingdom. This highly centralized system, orchestrated from the royal court, allowed the pharaoh to mobilize the massive resources and the colossal manpower needed to conceive, plan, and construct the pyramids. We speak of hundreds of thousands of tons of stone, quarried from distant sites, transported across the Nile, and lifted into place with astonishing precision. This required not only immense labor, but also sophisticated logistics, housing, feeding, and managing a workforce that numbered in the tens of thousands for decades. This centralized authority also meant that the government maintained a tight grip on all aspects of society, controlling people and resources to an extraordinary extent. Land ownership, agricultural output, labor allocation, and even the flow of information were all managed by the state. But running a complex parket demanded a remarkably efficient, well-oiled bureaucratic machine. And that is precisely what the Egyptians developed: a vast network of officials, viziers, nomarchs, scribes, overseers, and priests, each with clearly defined roles and responsibilities, worked tirelessly to keep things running smoothly. They managed granaries, collected taxes, administered justice, organized public works, and maintained records with an unparalleled meticulousness, ensuring the stability and prosperity of the kingdom, and ultimately enabling the pharaoh's grandest ambitions to literally touch the sky. Such intricate systems, whether born of spiritual yearning or earthly power, remind us that the human impulse to organize, to believe, and to build remains an enduring testament to our collective will, echoing through the ages. The intricate machinery of a sophisticated society demanded meticulous organization of labor, astute management of vast resources, and the unwavering handling of countless critical details of daily life. This was the hallmark of ancient Egypt, a civilization whose very structure allowed for monumental achievements. We have previously journeyed through the profound cultural significance embedded within the pyramid texts and explored the complex social stratification of the Old Kingdom. Yet, a fundamental question persists. How did they possibly orchestrate and execute such colossal building projects? Constructing a pyramid was not merely an act of assembly. It was an undertaking of staggering ambition, demanding an unprecedented allocation of both material resources and human capital. Imagine, if you will, the sheer logistical nightmare: quarrying colossal blocks of stone, some weighing many tons, then transporting them across vast distances, often scores of miles, and finally sustaining an entire army of workers, numbering in the tens of thousands, for years, even decades on end. This was the formidable challenge the Egyptians confronted, and ultimately conquered, to erect their enduring monuments. It was an endeavor that necessitated a remarkably efficient and well-oiled economic engine. Here, the prevailing historical narrative often diverges from popular misconception. Contrary to the enduring myth of enslaved populations toiling under the lash, the pyramids were, in fact, built by a highly organized, paid workforce. These individuals were not merely cultural workers drawn from across the land, and crucially, archaeological findings suggest they were treated with a degree of care and provision that defies the brutal imagery often associated with such ancient construction. We have unearthed compelling evidence of comprehensive medical care, a consistent supply of nutritious food, and even a structured system of compensation, perhaps in the form of housing, clothing, or other valuable provisions. This paints a profoundly different picture of ancient labor. The profound question then arises: how could an ancient civilization afford such an immense investment in human capital and material wealth? The answer lies in a foundational concept of their economy: the generation of an economic surplus, Essentially, after meticulously addressing the fundamental needs of their populace, ensuring adequate food, shelter, and security, they possessed a substantial reserve of resources. This surplus was not merely accidental. It was the direct result of their unparalleled mastery of agriculture, an achievement inextricably linked to the life-giving rhythms of the Nile River. The Nile's annual inundation, a predictable and benevolent force, deposited rich, fertile silt across the floodplain, transforming the arid landscape into an agricultural breadbasket. This natural bounty, coupled with sophisticated irrigation techniques, allowed the Egyptians to cultivate far more food than was strictly necessary for immediate survival. This abundance, in turn, liberated a significant portion of the populace from constant subsistence farming, freeing them to dedicate their skills and labor to other monumental state projects, chief among them, the construction of the pyramid. But the pyramids transcend their physical form as mere agglomerations of stone. They are potent symbols, imbued with profound spiritual meaning. Many ancient Egyptians believed these towering structures represented the primordial mound from which creation sprang, or perhaps, more commonly, the very rays of the sun, providing a celestial pathway for the deceased pharaoh's soul to ascend to the heavens. This deeply ingrained symbolism is intrinsically woven into the fabric of the pyramid texts themselves, which are replete with intricate references to Ra, the revered sun god. It all converges upon the Egyptians' holistic belief system, where the sacred realm of religion, the divine authority of royalty, and the vast expanse of the cosmos were viewed as an indivisible, interconnected whole. The pharaoh, as the living embodiment of Horus and son of Ra, occupied a pivotal position at the nexus of these forces. Speaking of profound connections, the pyramid texts stand as the ancestral foundation, the great-grandparents, if you will, of all subsequent Egyptian religious literature. They laid the intricate conceptual and theological groundwork for later widely influential works, such as the coffin texts and, much later, the renowned Book of the Dead. These subsequent religious compilations illustrate a fascinating evolution in Egyptian belief, demonstrating how spiritual concepts adapted, expanded, and, crucially, became progressively more accessible to a broader segment of society beyond the exclusive domain of the pharaoh. What began as royal prerogative gradually diffused, offering guidance and hope for the afterlife to nobles, officials, and eventually, even common citizens who could afford the elaborate funerary preparations. So, we have delved into the remarkable economic engine that powered the construction of the pyramids and explored the profound, multi-layered meanings they held for the ancient Egyptians. Yet we must also return to the physical marvels themselves. They were not simply colossal heaps of quarried rock. They were meticulously engineered structures, each block placed with astonishing precision, each chamber designed with a specific, sacred purpose in mind. Imagine these pyramids not merely as gargantuan tombs, but as cosmic machines, built to house the sacred bodies of the pharaohs, to safeguard their vital Ka, life force, and Ba, soul, and to secure their eternal journey through the perilous underworld, ensuring their ultimate rebirth among the gods. They were architectural manifestations of an entire civilization's understanding of life, death, and the eternal cosmos, a testament to humanity's enduring quest for immortality and meaning. And in their silent, majestic presence, they continue to whisper tales of an ancient world's unwavering belief in the power of the divine and the enduring legacy of human ingenuity. Beyond mere repositories for a monarch's earthly possessions, the monumental pyramids of ancient Egypt served a far more profound purpose. They were meticulously engineered vessels designed to facilitate the pharaoh's perilous journey through the Duat, the underworld, and ensure a triumphant rebirth in the afterlife. It is within these sacred stone behemoths that we discover the earliest comprehensive guide to immortality, the pyramid texts. These intricate inscriptions, etched directly into the very fabric of the royal tombs, functioned as an indispensable roadmap for the departed sovereign's soul, offering a treasury of divine spells, protective incantations, and declarations of identity essential for navigating the myriad dangers and trials awaiting beyond the veil. The genesis of this extraordinary spiritual technology can be traced to the Pyramid of Unas, the ninth and final ruler of the 5th dynasty, reigning in the mid-24th century BCE. Located in the vast ancient necropolis of Saqqara, Unas's pyramid stands as a pivotal monument in the annals of Egyptology. It was here, within its cool, silent chambers, that archaeologists in the late 19th century first unearthed these enigmatic hieroglyphs, marking the earliest known religious texts carved into stone. This groundbreaking innovation by Unas set an immediate precedent, establishing a new, powerful trend for subsequent pharaohs. The belief in the text's efficacy was so perfect, all embraced this practice, commissioning their own elaborate pyramid texts to safeguard their eternal destinies. It was a testament to the enduring power of a concept that promised not just survival, but apotheosis. These were no casual scribblings on ephemeral papyrus. The creation of the pyramid texts demanded an unparalleled level of dedication and artistry. Skilled artisans, working in the dim, flickering light of oil lamps, painstakingly carved thousands upon thousands of intricate hieroglyphs into the hard limestone walls of the burial chambers, antechambers, and passages. Imagine the sheer precision required to etch each bird, each symbol, each human figure with such clarity and depth, often covering every available surface. This monumental undertaking speaks volumes about the reverence in which these texts were held. They were considered so sacred, so utterly vital to the pharaoh's eternal welfare, that they merited a permanent, unyielding presence within the very heart of the pyramid itself, a testament to their perceived divine power and unwavering importance. The content of these ancient scriptures was nothing short of a cosmic drama. They comprised a vast collection of spells, prayers, hymns, and ritual utterances, all meticulously crafted to ensure the pharaoh's safe passage through the treacherous underworld, to conquer death, and ultimately, to achieve a glorious transformation into a god. The texts describe the pharaoh's ascent to the heavens, his journey alongside the sun god Ra in his solar bark, his unification with Osiris, the lord of the afterlife, and his eternal dwelling among the circumpolar stars, the imperishable ones. The pyramids themselves, seen as cosmic mountains or stairways to the heavens, were conceived as resurrection machines, and the texts were the operating manual, the divine incantations that would activate the pharaoh's rebirth. The very act of placing these sacred words within such a consecrated space amplified their power, binding the earthly realm to the divine. Yet for centuries, access to this profound spiritual knowledge remained an exclusive privilege. Initially, the pyramid texts were the sole domain of the pharaohs, reinforcing their unique, divinely ordained status as intermediaries between humanity and the gods. This exclusivity mirrored the highly stratified, hierarchical structure of the Old Kingdom, where religious practices and the path to eternal life were largely restricted to the royal elite. It underscored the absolute power of the monarch, whose spiritual journey was deemed paramount for the stability and prosperity of the entire kingdom. However, as the millennia unfolded and the Old Kingdom waned, societal structures began to shift. The absolute power of the pharaoh diminished, and a growing desire for an accessible afterlife emerged among the broader population. This led to a gradual, yet profound, democratization of funerary beliefs. The concepts and spells once exclusive to the pharaohs began to trickle down, first to the powerful nobles and officials of the Middle Kingdom, manifesting as the coffin texts. These were painted or inscribed onto the wooden sarcophagi of the elite, offering similar protection and guidance for their journey beyond. Later still, during the New Kingdom, these traditions evolved into the immensely popular Book of the Dead, papyrus scrolls containing spells and vignettes that could be purchased by a wider segment of the population, making the promise of an afterlife, while still requiring considerable resources, far more attainable for many Egyptians. Thus, the pyramid texts, born from the exclusive spiritual aspirations of a divine king, became the foundational seed for a more inclusive vision of eternity in ancient Egypt. They represent not just a collection of ancient spells, but a profound testament to humanity's enduring quest for meaning beyond mortality, a yearning for continuity that transcends the boundaries of life and death, echoing through the silent, inscribed walls of these ancient wonders. And in their silent hieroglyphs, we find a timeless echo of our own persistent hope for what lies beyond. Within the ancient city of Kish, nestled in the heart of Mesopotamia, a discovery was made that would forever alter our understanding of human history. This wasn't merely another fragment of ancient pottery or a discarded tool. It was a clay tablet, small yet monumental, a veritable game-changer, offering an unparalleled glimpse into the very origins of writing and the fascinating, complex society that developed it. Its silent presence speaks volumes about the dawn of recorded thought. Kish itself was no ordinary settlement. Strategically positioned along the life-giving waters of the Euphrates River, it flourished as a bustling, dynamic hub of trade, political power, and vibrant culture. Its magnetic pull attracted peoples from across the vast expanse of the ancient world, creating a true melting pot of ideas and innovations. This constant intermingling of diverse cultures, each with its own rudimentary symbols and methods of record-keeping, almost certainly played a pivotal role in accelerating the birth of a more sophisticated writing system. From this fertile ground of necessity and interaction, the earliest forms of proto-cuneiform script began to emerge, a testament to collective human ingenuity. The discovery of the Kish tablet itself is a compelling narrative of international collaboration and meticulous archaeological endeavor. In the early 20th century, archaeologists from the esteemed Field Museum of Natural History, under the visionary leadership of Stephen Langdon, joined forces with other experts from Oxford University. Together, they embarked on a painstaking quest to uncover the secrets buried beneath the sands of Kish. This era marked a crucial turning point in archaeological science. Excavation techniques were rapidly evolving, becoming far more systematic, precise, and meticulous than ever before. Such careful methodologies were absolutely crucial for the delicate preservation and thorough documentation of a find so historically profound, ensuring that its fragile context was not lost to time. But what, precisely, imbues this particular tablet with such extraordinary significance? Its writing system is nothing short of an ancient Rosetta Stone, a crucial key to deciphering the earliest stages of human communication. It stands as one of the most archaic examples of written expression ever unearthed, powerfully showcasing the transformative transition from simple, picture-based symbols, pictograms representing tangible objects, to the far more abstract and complex wedge-shaped script we now know as cuneiform. This monumental shift reflects not merely an artistic evolution, but a profound cognitive leap, mirroring the burgeoning complexity of Sumerian society itself. As communities grew, specialized, and interacted over greater distances, the need for new, more efficient ways to keep track of an ever-increasing array of information became an undeniable imperative. The very creation and subsequent use of the Kish tablet subtly hint at a remarkably well-organized and sophisticated societal structure. Imagine, if you will, a nascent city-state grappling with the intricate challenges of managing vast agricultural resources, effectively governing a burgeoning population, and even engaging in intricate, long-distance trade with distant regions. In such a world, writing transcended the mere act of leaving messages. It became an indispensable tool for accurately recording complex transactions, codifying burgeoning legal systems, and documenting critical governmental decisions. Without this foundational technology, the very fabric of their civilization might have unraveled. Yet the profound impact of writing extends far beyond these immediate, practical necessities. It irrevocably opened the floodgates for unparalleled cultural expression and the systematic preservation of knowledge across generations. With the advent of written language, the Sumerians gained the unprecedented ability to meticulously record their cherished myths, their foundational laws, and their pivotal historical events, ensuring these invaluable narratives would not be cruelly lost to the relentless march of time. This revolutionary capacity paved the way for the incredibly rich and diverse literary traditions that would subsequently flourish throughout the entire ancient Near East, shaping the very intellectual landscape of humanity. Think of the epic tales, the hymns, the wisdom lives. The Kish tablet serves as a potent, enduring reminder that writing was not some serendipitous, random invention, but rather an absolute necessity, a vital organ for the smooth, continuous functioning of increasingly intricate and interdependent societies. It also acted as a powerful conduit for cultural exchange, allowing ideas, innovations, and beliefs to travel and persist across vast geographical distances and countless generations. This singular discovery continues to spark fervent debates among scholars even today, with some questioning whether writing originated entirely independently in Mesopotamia, or if it was perhaps influenced by concurrent developments in other nascent cultures. The enduring mystery surrounding the tablet's precise function and the full content of its ancient inscription only adds to its captivating allure, cementing its status as a truly mesmerizing piece of history that continues to challenge and inspire us. For in its silent symbols, we confront the very essence of what it means to be human: the insatiable drive to communicate, to record, and to transcend the ephemeral nature of our own existence. The King's Chamber, a monumental heart within the Great Pyramid, continues to captivate archaeologists, dining of materials, and their mastery of sophisticated construction techniques. Carved meticulously from the formidable red granite, a stone transported across an astonishing 800 kilometers from the quarries of Aswan, the very walls of this chamber resonate with the echoes of a civilization capable of monumental feats of logistics and unparalleled engineering. Imagine the sheer scale of the undertaking: quarrying these colossal blocks, loading them onto barges to navigate the Nile, then hauling them overland and upwards, defying gravity, to their final, precise resting place. The chamber's dimensions, measuring approximately 10.47 meters in length by 5.234 meters in width and rising to a height of 5.974 meters, are not arbitrary. They are widely believed to be imbued with profound symbolic meaning, perhaps aligning with intricate celestial principles or the sacred pharaonic cosmology that governed every aspect of their world. These precise measurements, often reflecting ratios found in nature and the cosmos, suggest a deliberate design intended to mirror the heavens, providing a spiritual conduit for the departed pharaoh. If, in our modern hubris, we approach these ancient wonders merely seeking a reflection of our own contemporary understanding, we risk overlooking the profound depths of their wisdom entirely. I believe, with every passing discovery, that we are drawing ever closer to rediscovering some of the astonishing knowledge and capabilities that our ancient ancestors possessed. At the very epicenter of the king's chamber lies a solitary red granite sarcophagus, its rough-hewn elegance a stark contrast to the smooth precision of the chamber walls. This monolithic vessel is widely believed to have been the intended final resting place of Pharaoh Khufu himself. Yet, intriguingly, no human remains have ever been discovered within its silent confines, a mystery that has fueled centuries of speculation. The sarcophagus bears the undeniable marks of damage and wear, silent witnesses to the millennia that have relentlessly passed since its creation. Its sheer presence within the chamber, particularly given its immense size and weight, strongly suggests it was meticulously placed there during the very construction of the room itself, a powerful indicator of the meticulous planning and foresight that underpinned the pyramid's entire intricate design. Above this sacred space, an ingenious system of 5 relieving chambers was masterfully integrated into the pyramid's structure. These chambers, each a formidable granite slab, were designed to progressively distribute the colossal weight of the pyramid's upper mass, effectively protecting the vulnerable space below from collapse. This remarkable feature unequivocally highlights the ancient builders' sophisticated and intuitive understanding of structural integrity and load-bearing dynamics, a feat of engineering that continues to astound modern architects. Furthermore, the chamber is equipped with 2 narrow shafts, extending with incredible precision from the chamber walls directly to the pyramid's exterior. Initially, these shafts were widely theorized to serve a practical purpose, perhaps for ventilation. However, contemporary scholarship now leans towards a more profound, symbolic interpretation. It is increasingly believed that these shafts were designed to align with specific stars or celestial phenomena, guiding Khufu's soul on its vital journey into the afterlife, connecting the earthly tomb with the eternal cosmos. But the journey within the Great Pyramid offers yet more revelations. Step beyond the king's chamber, and you find yourself within the Grand Gallery, an awe-inspiring testament to the ancient Egyptians' architectural genius. This monumental corridor is not merely a path to the king's chamber. It is, in itself, a showcase of ancient ingenuity and a powerful symbol of a civilization's advanced engineering capabilities. The sheer scale, the precision, the audacious ambition, it all conspires to leave one breathless. I confess, I don't know how they did it. All I know is that they did it. I don't think anyone truly comprehends how they managed to lift those gargantuan stones, how they elevated them to such dizzying heights. I am increasingly convinced that we are gazing upon the remnants of a lost technology, a forgotten understanding of physics and mechanics. Imagine walking through this grand, ascending space, the walls soaring upwards, creating an extraordinary visual effect where they appear to narrow as you look towards the distant ceiling. This illusion is achieved through the sophisticated corbelled vaulting technique used in its construction. Each successive layer of precisely cut stones projects slightly inwards, creating a powerful, self-supporting arch that culminates in the gallery's towering apex. This method, where each layer of stones slightly The colossal, upward tapering walls of the Grand Gallery rise with an astonishing architectural audacity. Each massive limestone block, meticulously cut and placed, slightly overhangs the one below, creating a dramatic, almost dizzying narrowing effect as the gaze ascends towards the distant ceiling, 60 feet above. This is no mere structural necessity. It is a clear, resounding declaration of the ancient Egyptians' profound mastery, employing architecture not only for enduring stability, but also to inspire an overwhelming sense of awe and reverence. The very materials chosen underscore this dual purpose: precisely dressed limestone blocks for the soaring walls, designed for aesthetic impact and immense load-bearing, while heavier weight of the pyramid's core above it. The Grand Gallery served a profoundly crucial role, acting as the majestic gateway to the king's chamber itself. Its sheer scale and the optical illusion of its converging walls were undoubtedly designed to awe and inspire those privileged enough to walk its immense length, preparing them for the sacred space beyond. Yet, its purpose might have extended far beyond simple access. Some scholars, peering through the mists of millennia, suggest it played a vital, perhaps central part in the pharaoh's elaborate funeral procession, a processional path where the living enacted rituals connected to the sovereign's perilous journey into the afterlife. Features such as the Great Step, a massive, imposing stone platform at the gallery's upper end, standing nearly 3 feet high, and the enigmatic slots and holes meticulously carved along its walls, hint at a space designed for far more than mere passage. These elements could have facilitated the precise lowering of the sarcophagus, anchored elaborate scaffolding, or even aided in the complex construction of the chamber, a testament to the ingenious engineering required to raise such a monumental structure. The very air within this space seems to hum with the echoes of ancient ceremonies, a silent witness to rites long forgotten. Moving deeper into the pyramid's heart, we encounter another fascinating marvel, shrouded in an enduring enigma: the Queen's Chamber. It holds mysteries that have puzzled archaeologists, scholars, and enthusiasts for centuries, defying easy explanation. Despite its regal name, a nomenclature bestowed by early Arab explorers, it is now widely believed that this chamber was never, in fact, intended as a final resting place for a queen. The complete absence of any burial artifacts, no sarcophagus, no canopic jars, no funerary goods, coupled with its distinctive and perplexing features, has sparked endless speculation about its true, intended purpose. Positioned centrally within the pyramid's colossal mass, yet at a lower elevation compared to the majestic King's Chamber, the Queen's Chamber offers its own unique, captivating allure. Imagine venturing approximately 65 feet above the bedrock, navigating a long, ascending corridor that branches off from the Grand Gallery to discover this intriguing, almost unexpected space. Emerging from the confined passage, one is met with an unexpectedly spacious environment, a vastness that belies its hidden location. The chamber itself measures approximately 18 feet by 17 feet, its dimensions creating an unexpectedly grand internal volume. A pointed, corbelled roof, crafted from precisely cut and angled limestone blocks, reaches majestically upwards, culminating towards the pyramid's very core, adding significantly to the chamber's inherent grandeur and sense of sacredness. One of the chamber's most striking and utterly baffling features is a large, enigmatic niche carved into its eastern wall. Standing approximately 15 feet high and 6 feet deep, this vertical recess has perplexed virtually every explorer and researcher who has encountered it. Was it intended to house a cult statue, perhaps of the pharaoh himself, or a deity, serving a profound symbolic or ritualistic purpose related to the Ka, the spiritual double? Or does it hold a far deeper meaning, intrinsically linked to the pharaoh's arduous journey through the Duat, the Egyptian underworld, a symbolic portal or a repository for unseen spiritual forces. The questions linger, unanswered, echoing in the silent stone. The sophisticated construction technique employed for the chamber's roof, utilizing precisely angled, corbelled layers of stone that create an inverted V shape, mirrors the design seen in the king's chamber. This sophisticated architectural choice was undoubtedly deliberate, designed not only to ensure the chamber's structural stability and to distribute the immense downward forces of the pyramid above, but also, perhaps, to bear a profound symbolic weight. It speaks of a unified architectural vision, a shared understanding of both engineering and cosmology. Theories about the chamber's true purpose are as varied as they are fascinating, each offering a tantalizing glimpse into the minds of its ancient builders. Some scholars suggest it was a sacred space used for purification rituals, perhaps even a symbolic serdab, a chamber for the pharaoh's Ka statue to reside and receive offerings, ensuring his eternal sustenance. Others propose it served as an antechamber for rituals pertaining to the pharaoh's rebirth, or a storehouse for sacred texts or regalia essential for his transition into godhood. The very air within these ancient walls seems to hold its breath, guarding secrets that may never be fully revealed. We are left to ponder the sublime ambition and the profound spiritual beliefs that drove the creation of such an enduring, enigmatic monument, a silent testament to a civilization that sought to defy mortality itself. Within the enigmatic heart of the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Queen's Chamber presents a series of profound questions, none more perplexing than the deep niche carved into its eastern wall. This recess, stark and imposing, is often interpreted as a sacred space, intimately linked to the ancient Egyptian belief in the pharaoh's eternal journey, a journey of death, rebirth, and divine regeneration. Perhaps it once cradled a Ka statue, an embodiment of the deceased pharaoh's spirit, allowing him to partake in offerings and observe the rituals performed in his honor. Or perhaps a more abstract, symbolic object representing the very essence of his divine power lay enshrined. Others contend that its precise orientation and dimensions are not merely architectural, but celestial, reflecting profound ancient Egyptian cosmological beliefs. A terrestrial mirror of the heavens, designed to facilitate the pharaoh's ascent to the stars, to join the imperishable gods. Yet, a contrasting perspective suggests a more pragmatic, even mundane function. Could this niche have been engineered to distribute the colossal weight of the pyramid's superstructure? A hidden structural element disguised as ritualistic art? Or might it have served as a serdab, a sealed chamber designed to house a life-sized statue of the deceased, allowing his spirit to perpetually observe the world, a silent sentinel in stone? Today, the mysteries of the Queen's Chamber are being probed with unprecedented sophistication. Recent technological advances have flung open new doors in our understanding, allowing us to peer into the unknown without disturbing the ancient stones. Non-iriations on surfaces that could indicate hidden voids, and the revolutionary insights offered by muon radiography, which uses cosmic ray particles to create three-dimensional images of internal structures, have been meticulously employed. These cutting-edge methods aim to peek behind the chamber's formidable walls, relentlessly searching for previously unknown cavities or for any subtle clue that might finally unravel the secrets of its construction and its ultimate, profound purpose. But the Queen's Chamber is not alone in guarding its secrets. Deep within the colossal embrace of the Great Pyramid, another profound mystery lies etched in stone: its air shafts and the enigmatic subterranean chamber. These aren't merely functional conduits, they are narrow corridors, meticulously carved into the very heart of the stone, stretching with an almost impossible precision from both the king's and queen's chambers towards the pyramid's exterior. Their design, their serendipitous discovery, and their myriad speculated purposes form a veritable treasure trove of intrigue and academic speculation. First, their sheer scale is astonishingly diminutive. These shafts measure just about 20 by 20 centimeters, a space far too narrow indeed for any human form to navigate. Yet, despite their size, they ascend with an almost divine purpose, zigzagging with remarkable accuracy towards the heavens, aligning with specific regions in the night sky that held immense sacred significance within the elaborate tapestry of ancient Egyptian cosmology. The shafts emanating from the Queen's Chamber in particular were a late and astonishing find in the pyramid's long history. Discovered in 1872 by the intrepid British engineer Wayneman Dixon, their presence added immediate layers of complexity to the already profound enigma surrounding this ancient wonder. Initially, the prevailing pragmatic theory suggested they were simply designed to ventilate the chambers, ensuring a flow of fresh air within the massive structure. However, this practical explanation quickly falters when applied to the Queen's Chamber, terminate abruptly, leaving their true function shrouded in deeper mystery. Consequently, the prevailing theories today lean towards the far more mystical and spiritual. Many Egyptologists and astronomers believe these shafts were not for breathing, but for ascension, meticulously aligned with powerful stars or constellations, such as the majestic belt of Orion, associated with the god Osiris, and the brilliant star Sirius, representing the goddess Isis. Such alignments would have symbolically linked the deceased pharaoh directly with these powerful deities, facilitating his journey into the afterlife, guiding his Ka and Ba through the celestial pathways to eternal regeneration. The intrigue, far from diminishing, only deepens with the advent of modern technology. Today, sophisticated robotic cameras, custom-built for these incredibly confined spaces, are painstakingly probing the shaft's hidden depths. These technological explorers have, in turn, uncovered previously unseen doors and even tiny, sealed chambers within the shafts themselves, further intensifying the mystery. What were these ancient engineers truly attempting to achieve? What secrets do these miniature portals conceal? The plot, it seems, thickens with every new discovery. And as if the upper reaches of the pyramid weren't enough to challenge our understanding, the journey into its depths reveals yet another profound enigma. Beneath the colossal superstructure, carved directly into the bedrock upon which the pyramid rests, lies the subterranean chamber. This space stands in stark contrast to the finished elegance and polished grandeur of the pyramid's upper chambers. Here, there is no finely dressed stone, no intricate carvings. Instead, we find a rough, unrefined, almost primordial space, bearing the unmistakable marks of human toil, yet left profoundly incomplete. Its raw edges and unpolished surfaces whisper of abandonment, suggesting it was left unfinished, perhaps abruptly, mid-construction. This unfinished nature has, naturally, led to a torrent of speculation regarding its original purpose and the reasons for its abrupt cessation. Was this intended to be Khufu's original burial place, a symbolic underworld prepared for the pharaoh before plans dramatically shifted upwards? Or was it conceived as a profound symbolic representation of the underworld itself, a journey into the earth's embrace, mirroring the cosmic journey of the sun god Ra? Some even propose a more practical, albeit still intriguing, function. Perhaps it was an elaborate flood defense designed to protect the pyramid's lower structures from the annual inundation of the Nile, though this theory struggles to reconcile with its seemingly ritualistic location. Theories abound, each vying for supremacy, yet no one has quite managed to crack its ancient code. The chamber's incomplete state remains a powerful testament to the fluidity of ancient plans, or perhaps to a sudden, unknown change in the pharaoh's grand vision for his eternal resting place. From the celestial alignments of the air shafts to the subterranean depths of the unfinished chamber, the Great Pyramid of Giza continues to defy definitive explanation. It stands as a monumental question mark etched in stone, a testament not only to the engineering prowess of an ancient civilization, but to the enduring human quest for meaning and immortality. Each new discovery, each technological probe, peels back a layer only to reveal another, deeper mystery, reminding us that the past, in its silent grandeur, still holds countless secrets, forever challenging our perceptions of what was and what might have been. Imagine for a moment the sheer exhilaration of uncovering a hidden chamber within one of humanity's most enduring and enigmatic monuments. That profound sense of discovery became a tangible reality when scientists unveiled what they termed the Big Void, a revelation as thrilling as it is profoundly mystifying. This monumental find, deep within the Great Pyramid of Giza, was not achieved through brute force or destructive excavation, but through the elegant application of cutting-edge physics. The key to peering into the pyramid's silent heart was muon radiography, a sophisticated technique that harnesses the power of nature itself. From the vast expanse of Earth's atmosphere, a constant, silent rain of subatomic particles, known as muons, cascades downwards. These ethereal particles possess a remarkable ability. They can penetrate hundreds of meters of solid stone, passing through matter as if it were mere air. By deploying specialized detectors around and within the pyramid, scientists could meticulously map the pathways of these muons. Where the particles encountered dense stone, their numbers would diminish. Where they found an empty space, a void, their flux would remain strong. It was a ghostly X-ray of the pyramid's internal architecture, allowing researchers to see inside without ever disturbing a single ancient block. This non-invasive method represented a paradigm shift in archaeological exploration, offering a respectful yet profoundly insightful way to commune with the past. This groundbreaking discovery was not the work of a single individual, but the triumphant culmination of global collaboration, a testament to shared human curiosity. It formed a pivotal part of the Scan Pyramids project, an ambitious international initiative that united experts from diverse fields: physicists, archaeologists, engineers, and computer scientists, all driven by the singular goal of unlocking the pyramid's innermost secrets. Their collective expertise, spanning multiple continents and disciplines, converged on this ancient wonder, seeking answers with tools unimaginable to its builders. So, what precisely do we know about this elusive Big Void? Its location is particularly intriguing. It lies directly above the pyramid's Grand Gallery, itself a monumental, upward-sloping passageway that baffles engineers to this day. The void stretches for at least 30 meters, roughly mirroring the impressive length of the gallery below it. Its substantial dimensions immediately suggest it was not an accidental fissure or a minor structural anomaly, but rather a significant, intentional component of the pyramid's original design. Yet, its precise purpose remains a tantalizing, almost maddening mystery. Was it conceived as a sophisticated, stress-relieving chamber, designed to mitigate the immense weight pressing down on the grand gallery below, preventing its collapse over millennia? Or could it have served a more sacred, perhaps ritualistic function? A hidden chamber for ceremonies, a repository for treasures now lost to time, or even a symbolic passage to the afterlife? The very thought sends shivers down the spine. Or perhaps it was simply an architectural quirk, a consequence of an ingenious yet complex construction method that we have yet to fully comprehend. The truth, for now, remains shrouded in the sands of time, a whispered secret awaiting its interpreter. The unveiling of the Big Void has not only answered a question, but has, in fact, opened a multitude of new avenues for exploration and research. Scientists are now meticulously considering even more advanced, yet still non-destructive methods to study this colossal cavity in greater detail. Imagine the possibilities. Minuscule fiber optic cameras, perhaps inserted through tiny, strategically placed boreholes, each no wider than a pencil, carefully drilled to minimize any impact on the pyramid's structural integrity. These technological marvels could offer us the first direct visual evidence from within the void, potentially revealing inscriptions, artifacts, or even structural elements that could finally illuminate its true purpose. This void, this silent witness to millennia, could provide invaluable insights into the extraordinary engineering prowess of the ancient Egyptians. How did they conceptualize and construct such monumental structures with breathtaking precision? Why did they choose to include such vast, seemingly empty spaces within the pyramid's intricate design? Each new discovery within the Great Pyramid is not merely an isolated fact. It is a crucial, irreplaceable piece of a grander puzzle, bringing us closer to understanding one of humanity's most remarkable and enduring achievements. The Big Void is far more than just an empty space. It is a profound reminder of the countless mysteries still waiting patiently to be solved, and the untold stories of the past that yearn to be heard. Far from the monumental silence of the pyramids, yet equally resonant with the echoes of a lost civilization, lies another crucial window into ancient Egypt, the lost temple of Nectanebo I. Situated near modern Cairo, within the hallowed grounds of the ancient city known to the Greeks as Heliopolis and to its original inhabitants as Yunu, this site provides invaluable insights into the rich religious and cultural tapestry of the 30th dynasty of Egypt. This was a pivotal period when Nectanebo I reigned from approximately 380 to 362 years before the Common Era, a time of remarkable resurgence for native Egyptian rule before the eventual Persian reconquest. Heliopolis itself was not merely an ancient settlement. It was one of the oldest and most significant cities of ancient Egypt, a vibrant, beating heart of spiritual devotion and intellectual pursuit. Revered across the land, it stood as a major religious hub, celebrated far and wide for its majestic temples and its unparalleled importance as the primary center of worship for the mighty sun god, Ra. Here, the very cosmos was believed to have been born, emerging from the primordial waters of Nun. The city's name, Heliopolis, meaning City of the Sun, perfectly encapsulated its profound connection to this life-giving deity, whose daily journey across the sky mirrored the cycle of creation and renewal. The temple, specifically dedicated to the creator god Atum, adds another layer of theological complexity to Heliopolis's spiritual landscape. Atum, often depicted as a man wearing the double crown of Egypt, was revered as the self-created god, the very first being to emerge from the chaos, who then created all other gods and the world itself. His worship in Heliopolis, alongside Ra, formed the bedrock of the city's cosmology, influencing everything from royal ideology to daily rituals. The Temple of Nectanebo I, though much of it now lies in ruins or has been repurposed over millennia, once stood as a testament to this profound belief system. Its walls would have been adorned with intricate carvings, depicting divine narratives, royal offerings, and the eternal journey of the sun. Priests would have performed daily rites, chanting ancient hymns, burning incense, and maintaining the sacred order of the cosmos through their devotion. Nectanebo I himself was a formidable pharaoh, a warrior king who successfully repelled Persian invasions and ushered in a period of renewed prosperity and national pride. He was a great builder and restorer of temples, understanding that such monumental projects not only honored the gods, but also solidified his legitimacy and unified his kingdom. His patronage of Heliopolis, a city steeped in millennia of sacred history, was a strategic move, linking his reign to the most ancient and potent traditions of Egypt. The temple dedicated to Atum would have been a vibrant center of religious life, a place where the divine presence was palpable, where the past, present, and future converged in sacred ritual. The ongoing archaeological work at Heliopolis continues to unearth fragments of this glorious past. Inscribed blocks, colossal statues, remnants of sacred avenues. Each piece, however small, helps us reconstruct the grandeur and the spiritual intensity of a city that once shone as brightly as the sun it worshipped. These discoveries, whether through the ethereal pathways of muons or the painstaking work of excavation, collectively paint an ever richer portrait of a civilization that never ceases to astound us. They remind us that the earth beneath our feet still holds countless secrets, waiting for the curious mind and the patient hand to reveal them. And in their unfolding, we find not just history, but a reflection of humanity's enduring quest to build, to believe, and to leave an indelible mark upon the sands of time. Its very presence offers a significant lens through which to understand a pivotal period of ancient Egyptian civilization. Central to its dedication was Atum, a primordial deity deeply associated with the sun and the very act of creation. Atum embodied the eternal, cyclical rhythm of life itself, the daily rebirth of the sun, the annual inundation of the Nile, and the perpetual renewal of existence. This profound connection to the cosmic order rendered him an indispensable, indeed, a central figure in the intricate religious practices and theological beliefs that governed the lives of the people at the time. The temple's carefully chosen strategic location, often at a confluence of natural and spiritual pathways, combined with its specific dedication to such a foundational deity, unequivocally underscores its immense religious importance, serving not merely as a place of worship, but as a cosmic anchor for the community. As if by an ancient, rhythmic breath, the temple periodically emerges from the embrace of the waters, a phenomenon that offers an unparalleled, albeit fleeting, opportunity for historians and archaeologists. These rare moments allow them to meticulously explore, document, and preserve the invaluable relics of a civilization usually concealed beneath the silent, shifting currents of the Nile. This occasional visibility is more than just a captivating spectacle. It profoundly underscores the temple's archaeological and historical significance, revealing layers of human endeavor and spiritual devotion. Furthermore, it highlights the dynamic, almost symbiotic interaction between the relentless forces of nature and the serendipitous unfolding of historical discoveries. Each emergence is a race against time, a precious window into a submerged past, challenging our understanding of both natural cycles and human persistence. But who was the visionary behind such monumental undertakings? the figure whose legacy is inextricably woven into the very fabric of this era. His name was Nectanebo I, a towering figure in the annals of ancient Egyptian history. He is celebrated for founding the 30th dynasty, a lineage of rulers distinguished as the last purely Egyptian dynasty to govern the land of the pharaohs before the relentless onslaught of Persian and, subsequently, Macedonian conquests. His reign, spanning from 380 to 362 BC, was a truly pivotal era. It was a time marked by a fervent revival of traditional Egyptian culture, a resurgence that sought to reclaim and reassert the nation's unique identity. This period also witnessed ambitious architectural endeavors that reshaped the sacred landscape, alongside formidable military campaigns designed to safeguard Egypt's sovereignty. Nectanebo's extraordinary story begins in the fertile delta region of Egypt, specifically in the ancient city of Sebennytos, a place known today as Samanad. His birth name, a powerful declaration in itself, translates evocatively to the soul of Ra, Lord of Strength, a moniker that seemed to foreshadow the destiny that awaited him. His ascent to power was nothing short of dramatic, unfolding amidst a period riddled with profound political instability and intense internal strife. With audacious resolve, he seized the throne, overthrowing the preceding pharaoh, Jedor. This bold, decisive move not only brought an abrupt end to the 29th dynasty, but also ushered in a new era, one that emphatically championed a return to deep-rooted Egyptian traditions, consciously distancing the nation from the lingering influences of recent Persian dominance. It was a nationalist renaissance, a defiant reaffirmation of Egyptian identity. During his transformative reign, Nectanebo I was intensely focused on the comprehensive rejuvenation of Egypt's economy, understanding that a strong nation required a prosperous populace. Simultaneously, he committed himself to reviving the rich, intricate tapestry of traditional religious practices that had been overshadowed, even suppressed, during periods of foreign occupation. He was not merely a ruler, but a devout builder of temples, a true patron of the divine, and a generous supporter of the arts, recognizing their essential role in national identity and spiritual well-being. Across the breadth of Egypt, from the hallowed grounds of Heliopolis, the ancient city of the sun, to the intellectual heartland of Hermopolis, Nectanebo commissioned the construction and meticulous restoration of countless temples. These sacred edifices, dedicated to various revered deities, were infused with new life through elaborate decorations, intricate reliefs, and expansive structures, transforming them into vibrant centers of worship and cultural expression. Yet, Nectanebo was far more than just a peacetime ruler, indulging solely in cultural and religious enhancements. He was, crucially, also a strategic and exceptionally capable military leader, one who actively and fiercely defended Egypt against persistent Persian attempts to reconquer its storied lands. He understood the imperative of national security, strengthening the nation's borders with formidable defensive structures, particularly within the vulnerable yet vital Nile Delta region. This strategic focus played a pivotal role in repelling the imperial ambitions of the Achaemenid Empire, securing Egypt's independence, however briefly, against an overwhelming adversary. His reign was a testament to the enduring spirit of a civilization, a final, brilliant flourish before the inevitable tide of foreign dominion. To gaze upon his legacy is to witness the poignant beauty of a civilization's last stand, a final, defiant roar against the encroaching silence of history. His strategic acumen was paramount in repelling relentless invasions, particularly from the formidable Achaemenid Persian Empire. Nectanebo II understood that Egypt's survival hinged on more than just military might. it demanded intricate diplomacy. He meticulously forged alliances with powerful Greek city-states, leveraging their naval prowess and renowned hoplite forces. These Hellenic mercenaries, celebrated for their discipline and effectiveness, not only bolstered Egypt's defensive capabilities, but also became conduits for a profound cultural exchange, subtly weaving Hellenistic influences into the fabric of Egyptian society, from military tactics to artistic sensibilities. Beyond the battlefield, Nectanebo's reign was marked by an extraordinary surge in monumental construction. These were not mere ostentatious displays of wealth or power, but deeply symbolic undertakings, meticulously designed to reinforce the ancient pharaonic ideology and the divine nature of kingship. Every temple, every obelisk, every sanctuary built or adorned under his patronage served as a tangible manifestation of cosmic order, linking the living pharaoh directly to the gods. The artistic renaissance that blossomed during this era produced an astonishing array of high-quality sculpture and intricate temple decorations. Crafted with a refined elegance and meticulous detail that continues to captivate art historians and archaeologists today, a testament to the unparalleled skill of the artisan. Reflecting on his profound legacy, Nectanebo II left an indelible mark on Egyptian culture and national identity. His tireless efforts to fortify Egypt's independence, coupled with a fervent revival of ancient cultural and religious practices, solidified his image as a revered figure in later Egyptian memory. He is often celebrated, with a touch of wistful reverence, as the last great native pharaoh before the long, arduous period of foreign dominations, a poignant symbol of a lost golden age. Today, countless artifacts from his reign, majestic statues, vibrant temple reliefs, and meticulously minted coins continue to offer unparalleled insights into the artistic, religious, and economic life of late dynastic Egypt. They are not simply relics of the past, but vibrant narratives, subjects of intense study by archaeologists and historians across the globe, each fragment a whisper from a civilization determined to assert its identity against overwhelming odds. In a broader historical context, Nectanebo II's leadership resonates and revival of religious and cultural traditions in the out. Nectanebo II faced of existential external threats. This striking parallel underscores a timeless theme in human history. When societies face profound crises, their leaders frequently turn to cultural and religious revivalism as a potent force to forge a collective identity, to remind a people of who they are and what they stand for, thereby galvanizing their will to survive and endure. It is a testament to the enduring power of shared heritage in times of peril. Now our journey shifts, moving back to the enigma of the lost temple, whose discovery is as captivating as its ancient history. This architectural marvel, once thought to be merely a legend, reveals itself only under specific, dramatic circumstances. Its very existence is most commonly brought to light during periods of severe drought, when the mighty Nile's water levels recede dramatically, pulling back its watery veil to expose secrets held captive for millennia. For countless centuries, this temple lay hidden, submerged beneath layers of nutrient-rich silt deposited by the Nile's annual life-giving floods. This very same silt, while obscuring it from human sight, paradoxically acted as a phenomenal preservative, shielding the delicate stonework and intricate carvings from the ravages of time and the destructive hand of human activity. It was, in essence, a colossal time capsule, waiting patiently for its moment to emerge. The initial clues regarding the temple's existence did not come from visible ruins or grand archaeological expeditions. but from far more subtle sources: cryptic ancient texts and the persistent whispers of local folklore, passed down through generations. Archaeologists, with their characteristic blend of meticulous scholarship and unwavering patience, have long treated these snippets of information as precious breadcrumbs, guiding them through the labyrinth of history. These fragmented clues led them to the temple's periodic rediscovery, whenever nature, in its cyclical wisdom, chose to allow it. It was particularly during the major droughts that have afflicted the Nile Basin in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, periods of immense environmental stress and human hardship, that the temple ruins were most fully and dramatically exposed. These rare windows offered archaeologists an unprecedented, comprehensive view of its architectural grandeur, its sprawling layout, and the intricate narratives carved into its enduring stones. The temple's reemergence serves as a profound reminder of the Earth's ceaseless cycles, of how nature can both conceal and reveal, and how the past, though buried, is never truly lost. It waits, sometimes for centuries, for the opportune moment to reassert its presence, challenging us to listen, to observe, and to understand the enduring echoes of human endeavor. Its layout, allowing for detailed archaeological examinations to commence. To unlock the secrets held within these newly exposed parts of the temple, archaeologists have deployed a formidable array of sophisticated techniques, each chosen for its precision and capacity to reveal hidden truths. Photogrammetry, for instance, has been employed extensively, capturing millions of overlapping images of the temple's intricate inscriptions and delicate carvings. This meticulous process allows experts to stitch together a digital tapestry, creating incredibly accurate, high-resolution, three-dimensional models of the entire site. These virtual reconstructions are not merely visual aids. They are indispensable tools for analysis, enabling scholars to study minute details, trace the flow of narratives across walls, and even simulate the temple's original appearance without ever risking physical damage to the fragile stone. It is a way of seeing the past with unprecedented clarity. Simultaneously, Geographic Information System, or GIS technology, has played a truly crucial role. By layering spatial data, GIS has meticulously mapped the layout of the ruins in precise relation to the ancient river channels that once defined the landscape. This allows researchers to chart the historical changes in the Nile's course over millennia, offering profound insights into how the river's ebb and flow shaped the temple's very existence, its accessibility, and perhaps even its symbolic resonance within the ancient world. Understand their sacred spaces were with the natural forces around them. This harmonious combination of ancient wisdom and cutting-edge modern technology beautifully illustrates the dynamic and innovative way in which archaeologists are now working to unravel the enduring mysteries of the past, meticulously preserving its wonders for future generations. It is a race against time, a delicate dance between discovery and decay. The Lost Temple of Nectanebo I, dedicated to the primordial creator god Atum, also reverently known as Temu, holds a place of immense significance and great reverence in the rich annals of Egyptian history. Atum's cult, one of the oldest and most fundamental in all of Egypt, embodies profound cosmic principles. He symbolizes not only the completion of the life cycle as the setting sun, but also its eternal beginning as the sun reborn each dawn. This duality casts the temple as a pivotal religious site within the revered Heliopolitan tradition, a place where the very fabric of creation was celebrated. The strategic placement of this temple in Heliopolis itself, the ancient City of the Sun, was no accident. Heliopolis was the undisputed epicenter of worship for the mighty sun god Ra, and Atum, as the self-created deity from whom all creation sprang, was intimately linked to Ra, often seen as his primordial aspect or the evening manifestation of the sun. This profound connection further weaves the temple into the grand, intricate tapestry of solar worship that formed the absolute core of ancient Egyptian spirituality, a belief system that saw the sun as the ultimate source of life, order, and divine power. The very construction of the temple was an architectural feat of staggering proportions, a testament to the engineering prowess and artistic vision of Nectanebo's reign. It utilized colossal sandstone blocks, each one painstakingly quarried, transported, and then intricately carved with a myriad of hieroglyphs and rich religious iconography. This deliberate choice of material not only guaranteed the structure's remarkable durability, allowing it to endure for over 2,000 years against the relentless forces of time and erosion, but also provided the perfect canvas for the detailed and extensive carvings that adorn the temple's surviving walls. These magnificent carvings are not mere decoration. They are visual narratives, telling tales of divine legends, cosmic order, and the enduring glory of the pharaoh, eternally linking Nectanebo I to the god. Upon closer examination of the exposed ruins, particularly during those precious periods when the mighty Nile's waters recede, archaeologists have painstakingly unearthed the foundational elements and the lower sections of these massive sandstone walls. Amidst these monumental remnants, several exquisitely sculpted statues of Nectanebo I have been discovered, depicting him in full royal attire, adorned with the symbols of his divine authority. These statues poignantly illustrate the pharaoh's profound aspiration to be perceived not merely as a mortal ruler, but as a living divine entity, a direct conduit between humanity and the gods. They offer an invaluable window into the sophisticated art and complex religious life that defined his era, showcasing the stylistic conventions and iconographic language of the 30th dynasty. The myriad of detailed carvings found upon the temple walls provides an unparalleled wealth of invaluable insights into the daily religious practices and the intricate societal interactions of ancient Egyptians under Nectanebo I's rule. We see depictions of offerings, rituals, processions, and the roles of priests and commoners within the sacred space. These scenes allow us to reconstruct not just the grand ceremonies, but also the subtle nuances of community life centered around the temple, how people interacted with their gods, with their ruler, and with each other. The sheer grandeur and scale of the temple not only underscore the religious complexities and profound spiritual devotion that characterized Nectanebo I's reign, but also powerfully reflect the immense political power and stability he commanded. Only a truly prosperous and stable ruler, one with absolute control over vast resources and a well-organized populace, could ever undertake such an ambitious and monumental construction project, leaving behind a legacy carved in stone that whispers across the millennia. And even today, as these fragments emerge from the earth, they remind us that the past is never truly gone, merely waiting for us to listen. Such an ambitious construction project, yet its very existence is a testament to an ongoing struggle against the elements. The intermittent visibility of this ancient temple, dictated by the capricious rise and fall of the Nile's waters, presents a profound challenge to its enduring legacy. This relentless cycle of exposure to air and then submersion not only threatens the sheer preservation of this marvel, but actively accelerates the insidious deterioration of its stone and the delicate inscriptions etched upon its surfaces. The thermal expansion, the chemical reactions, the abrasive flow, each takes its toll. Despite these formidable obstacles, each precious period when the temple emerges from the river's embrace offers a critical, albeit fleeting, opportunity for intensive study and urgent preservation. Archaeologists and historians, driven by an insatiable curiosity, continually aim to delve deeper into the temple's intricate structure during these brief windows. They hope to uncover more elusive artifacts, and perhaps even other structures associated with this sprawling complex, which could shed further light on this sacred sanctuary. This relentless exploration, coupled with unwavering efforts to safeguard the temple's integrity, ensures that each chapter of its ephemeral exposure helps to meticulously piece together more of our collective past, maintaining an invaluable bridge to an era that profoundly shaped the very foundations of modern civilization. For in these fleeting moments of clarity, we do not merely observe stone. We glimpse the echoes of human ambition, forever locked in a fragile dance with time and tide.